Hey, what is up guys? Matt here from the Toasty Bros and I'm back with another video. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at another mechanical keyboard, this time from our friends over at 1stPlayer. They sent over their Steampunk 1stPlayer mechanical keyboard. It comes with red backlighting and Cherry MX Blue clones, but not just any Cherry MX Blue clones, custom-made Cherry MX Blue clones by 1stPlayer in their factory. Does this keyboard live up to the price tag of $60? Is it worth your hard-earned money? Let's talk about that. Alright guys, so as I mentioned, this is a keyboard from 1stPlayer. They reached out for me to review this keyboard after seeing all the reviews I've been doing of other mechanical keyboards, and I gladly accepted their offer. This keyboard is the Steampunk variation, which comes with a red color scheme. There's only one backlighting mode, which is red, but there are different variations and cool effects that you can do with that backlighting mode, but we'll get into that later in this review. First, we're going to get into the overall build quality and unboxing experience. Coming with this keyboard is a red keycap puller and a wrist rest, which is an awesome addition. The wrist rest doesn't have the best attachment mechanism in my opinion to this keyboard. It kind of just rests on the keyboard. It doesn't have any latches to actually stick onto the keyboard, but it is a wrist rest and it is a pretty high quality one. It looks really nice on this keyboard. It reminds me of the Corsair wrist rest that used to be included with the K70 series and some of their newer RGB line. The build quality of this keyboard is on par with its price. It's not nearly as sturdy as the Habit mechanical keyboard that I checked out recently, but it's not as bendable and flexible as some cheaper keyboards that I've seen as well. It is pretty sturdy with an aluminum backplate, which again is not like the Habit keyboard that was pretty much full aluminum, but it is a pretty sturdy keyboard and you can feel the heft to it, which does give a premium feel to it. Now onto the switches. As I mentioned, they are Cherry MX Blue clone switches, but they're not switch types that you normally see. You see those Gatoron and Kale switches out on the market, but these switches are custom made by 1stPlayer for their keyboard and they do resemble Cherry MX Blues very well, and you will hear that in the typing test later on in this review, but I do give them a passing grade. They are a little bit quieter than Cherry MX Blues and some of the clones that I have tested recently in other keyboard reviews, but the key switches do pass my Cherry MX Blue test and are pretty satisfying to use. Last but certainly not least is the cable. The cable isn't detachable, but I think they make up for that with this very sleek cable design with the red and black color scheme. I always recommend keyboard manufacturers out there make their keyboards have detachable cables because it does remove a point of destruction of the keyboard and that it can be replaced without having to replace the entire keyboard or do any internal reconstruction to make it work again. So I really do recommend keyboard manufacturers use detachable cables, but I understand why they don't. And in this case, I believe this cable will pretty much last the length of this keyboard and really shouldn't be an issue at all with how well it is built. So now that we got the overview out of the way, let's get into the typing test and color mode test to show you all what this keyboard is capable of doing. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Alright guys, so now that you've seen the typing tests and the backlight variations, here are my conclusions of this keyboard. For $60, you're getting a very high quality keyboard with an included wrist rest, which is something I haven't seen on a $60 keyboard on the market yet. It has a really cool steampunk look to it with the red backlighting and would match a red setup very well. If you aren't looking for something red backlighting, there are a lot of other options out there on the market for you, but for people out there who want a red backlit keyboard with a high quality wrist rest and really high quality build design, I highly recommend the Steampunk 1stPlayer mechanical keyboard, and I'll leave a link in the description down below for you to pick it up. But overall, I give this keyboard a thumbs up and my approval rating. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like down below and comment what you think. If you want to pick up one of these keyboards, as I mentioned, there'll be a link in the description down below. And be sure to hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and follow us on Twitter for more updates on new teasers and that sort of stuff like keyboards and PC builds, so you can get ahead of the game when it comes to our videos. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Peace out.